Hello. And today I'm feeling a lot better. And now we're going to talk about nostalgia on this episode of Autism and Me. Starring, of course, Civilization 2, The Test of Time. I got it in a this particular copy, little piece of paper. I was gifted it. Came free with a new computer. The 90s. Anyway, at one point I remember they used to rent out games like Civ from the library. Anyway, this isn't about that necessarily. That's not the nostalgia I was looking at. Because let's talk a little bit about Civilization, The Test of Time. Because we have, well, multiple ways of playing the game. So we have the original game, which is, l'histoire. Then there's a scientific fiction game, a fantasy mode, and of course, extended original, which includes aliens. Yeah. And to think it's so simple in a lot of ways. It's quite a simple game. Yep. And I could pick theme and pick whichever I preferred. Yeah. And but it didn't make that much of a difference. Oh, and of course I can play some of the extraterrestrials if I wanted. But let's look further. So, if we go over here, standard rules I think will stay. Now you get some of this set up. And yes, you pick a civilization, but you can adjust it. Say I wanted to play my leader as E. Because thanks to the power of imagination, and we can get the British into civilization. We could get the British into civilization just as long as the keyboard works. And now, I want to show off that nice picture. Okay, stop messing around with the camera. Anyway, so what would my title be? Oh. Not Ms. Miss. 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 And then we can choose our style. And then we are here. Or in my little l'histoire. Yeah, because that's the thing about this nostalgia. It's not just about living, about the old. Because I can play this, because I can load up my retro computer and play it, this is a living nostalgia that starts today, again, and travels with me. As in 2025, I am filming the game I'm playing with you now, even though it was a game that I got back in the 90s. Yes, I didn't have to, and to be honest, I don't even mind not being the largest, because did I always win games of Civ when I was little? No. Not exactly. But was that the point? Not really. It was essentially my little sandbox. A little combination of my fascination with l'histoire. Sorry, history. And my willingness and my love of building. Yeah, sure, a lot as it turns. Would not be so eventful, but with this beautiful music. Now, unlike the original Civ 2, at least in this install that I've got, it doesn't play the videos, although maybe there is a way of doing that. I'm not a massive computer whiz, so I don't know that yet. But here, in fact, what is this music that they play? Jules Verne. Jules Verne in his great adventure. As our little world builds. It is more about the work of the beauty for me. I may not win. I may lose a game, but does it matter? Noise, nor for me. But anyway, let me taisez-vous. I will now show you the science fiction game. It looks a lot like the original. And then we have all manner of other things. And again, but of course, all these are different. Now, yes, I am sure with these various different factions. You can... Anyway, so let's just pick one. I think I'll do that. Le Eurydienne. And you see the aesthetique. And in the fantasy game, we have quite a few others as well. We have different government type, you can see. So anyway, I think I don't know why they seem to replicate these three, but anyway, what's it matter? And then, again, we have different style of setting. We can do, but just to listen to that kicking soundtrack. Oh, wait. Just see that little thing. And so I'll just jump into a scenario here. Just so you can hear a little track that always used to make me feel good, even before I knew exactly what it meant. I didn't know the poem, I didn't know Schiller's work at the time, but just such a upbeat feel. And then I could just let my mind drift away into the little story I was playing. It would be there. And maybe another time it would be a completely different story. But did it matter? No. It was a moment. You just go into those blissful moments of art. And, as I say, one of the best things about it is I can do it again. It don't matter if I'm no good at it. It don't matter if I'm really good at it. I'm having fun. Civ 2, Test of Time. Civ 2 in the original, which has its benefits of the brilliant video selection. And now we can enjoy. It's just a sort of place of enjoyment, a place to get away from it all. A delve into l'histoire or le fantastique. A world where I can just be me. Moving my little pieces about. Building beautiful cities. And sure, maybe the graphics wouldn't present it to me, but what does it matter? I've yet to see a computer game that can paint graphics as beautiful as what my mind creates. In my mind. And still, it can be how it is. And that's what Civ and what it is for me. I love, the sort of like the good old days. I'm not sure when those were, but I could, as it were, enjoy a fantasy of good old days. Days of beauty, days of wonder. And then, well, enjoy. And of course, mine friends, it was lovely having you here.